in the beginning, the cat is going to be able to sit in your lap, hopefully, and you will be doing your normal petting, sometimes giving a treat, etc. Because the cat's already past the petting without treat stage. That means you could touch the cat, pet the cat, hold the cat, approach the cat, all that good stuff, even before you start trying to do carry. You will initially have the cat in your lap, give some treats, and then while the cat is licking the treats, you can get your, slide your hands in. So the way I hold the cat, I usually use my right hand actually, but in this case, I'll use my left because I'm holding the treats with the right, so whatever you're comfortable with. But the way I hold the cat is I have the armpits here or here, depending on how large the cat is, right? Smaller cats are like this, bigger cats like that. And if you think about it, it's gonna go like that, armpits in between, right? And when we're gonna end up doing the final hold for the cat, this hand is just keeping the cat stable. We're not really holding a lot of weight on this hand. What's going to hold all the weight of the cat is under the butt. And that way the cat's really sitting versus us holding the armpits, right? Being held by your armpits is not comfortable at all. So all the weight is in the butt and this, and then I like a 3-point hold where 1, 2, 3 is the chest, because when they're touching your chest the whole time, we're not squeezing them to our chest, but we're just touching them against our chest or holding them comfortably against our chest and securely. That way the cat will feel stable and not like he or she's going to fall. That's going to be the ultimate type of hold we're going to do. So in the beginning, what you do is you're going to have the churu, you're going to let the cat lick, and while the cat's licking, you get the cat just prepared. Just slide the hand under into position, right? But don't pick the cat up. That's it. Just slide the cat under and have the cat lick the chew the whole time that your hand is in position. Initially, the cat might walk away because it's something that is, just brand new. The cat's never been held that way, or we really don't touch down here that often as we're working on our petting sequence, because it's really a more advanced move at this point. And we just do that. So once the cat is comfortable with having your hand in place with the treat, whether chew or baby food, then the next step is, after a couple days or a week, you can start lifting the cat, right? So while the cat is licking chew the whole time, you lift the cat. And only a few inches, right? Maybe even an inch only the first time. And then over the next few days, you slowly increase it, a few inches. But just remember, when you're lifting, try to keep that lifting close to your chest so that there's still that stability, even though the cat is not being carried off the ground, okay? So I like to start this off with sitting because the cat doesn't feel like the cat is hanging out in the air. If we immediately try to do these carry moves while we're standing up and the cat can see that he or she is 3 feet from the ground, it's kind of scary. But here the cat feels like he or she is just near the floor or the bed or the sofa. So lift, and the whole time we're giving churu, we do not stop the churu, right? Or baby food. And so you're gonna lift and hold for a while, then you're gonna put the cat down, and then you're gonna put your hand back in, lift for a while, put down, right? And just to get the cat used to the whole idea of getting picked up and put down. Then you're gonna work on, once you can hold the cat pretty high, almost, all, not totally vertically, but semi-vertically, then what we do is, you're gonna lift the cat, and again, the whole time eating the churu, lift the cat, and then the cat's legs are gonna be long, so they're gonna be touching the floor. While you're giving churu, I actually lean backwards, right? So if you go, just lean your body, your torso backwards, that lifts the little feet off the ground, okay? And so this way, you just hold the cat for a while, as long as the cat is willing to, while you have the churu, and then put the cat back down. So once you get to the stage, you just try to see how long the cat will last. When the cat starts to show any hints of wiggly or feeling uncomfortable, you have to swiftly but gently put the cat back down, okay? And even when we were doing this, if all the cat starts to act a little wiggly, swiftly but gently put the cat back down and still offer the treat. You don't want the cat to fall out of your arms. If the cat falls out of your arms, it's going to just make the cat feel that every time he or she gets picked up, it's a scary experience. Always has to be nice and relaxed. Then what we're going to do is, after we do this, right, and the cat's very comfortable doing that for a whole churu, then this is where it gets a little tricky, but you give the cat churu just before and just after the carry, okay? So think of it this way. I'm gonna put the churu on the floor here. So give the cat some churu, right? Put it down and then swiftly put the hand under and lift. And then put down and give churu. And it has to be only like a 1 second or not a fraction of a second lift and then churu in the beginning, because this is going to be so weird for the cat to be off the ground with your hand touching the butt. Sometimes you could do it like this, but it's whatever is more comfortable for you, right? So let me show you both ways. Give it, lift, down, churu. And you see how I'm lifting only like an inch, right, in the beginning? And then you can also do do it the other way, which is churu, put your hand under, and then this is a scoop back, and then lift for a second and down and give. The only reason why I tend to do it this way with a crossed arm is because it's faster for me somehow to get the churu to the cat versus when I have to go this way. It's an extra second or two. And you really want to get the cat to eat the churu right after you put the cat down. Otherwise, the cat will get stressed out and maybe walk away, right? Key thing, if the cat starts to show regression where the cat doesn't really want to go near you anymore, doesn't want to come into your lap anymore with a normal session, stop trying to do carry. The cat just doesn't like it so much that now the cat is afraid to come near you because the cat's afraid that you're going to pick up. So at that point, I'm like, you know what? It's fine. The cat's just not going to be one of those cats who would like to be carried. Okay. And that's it, really. You know, when we do this, it just goes higher and higher. And again, churu before, churu after, right? And always end with the churu when you're done with your session. Always end with the churu. Make sure you have a little bit left at the end. So when you carry, it's going to be it might take weeks. You know, it takes a while. It's sort of like the penny without treats. It may take a while for the cat to finally get the hang of it. And it really doesn't take long. What's the churu going to take you with a bunch of this pickup? Maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes per day, and that's it, right? Don't overdo it. You know, I usually will do like 1 churu and that's it. Or maybe sometimes in the beginning when I'm introducing the concept of carry, I only lift the cat up once, twice, or 3 times max, and then continue the rest of the normal session. That way we don't completely stress out the cat by repeatedly doing carry over and over and over and over again for 10 whole minutes or 5 whole minutes. You could do it in the advanced stage of carry, but in the beginning parts of carry, you want to only do that once and then do your normal session, and then maybe try 1 more time and then do the rest of your normal session, right? Ease the cat into it. What else is there? If you are not able to get the cat to be in your lap for some reason, you know, it's been a challenge and the cat just does not want to hang out in your lap, then what I've had someone do in the past is either when the cat's on the bed so that you're nice and close to the cat, or if the cat's on the floor and you do it kneeling, you can do the same thing, right? Where the cat, you're kind of putting your hand under the cat, holding the churu, right? Or pretend I'm standing and the cat's on the bed, whichever is easier. And all the same thing, right? The only thing with this is it's a little harder to have the cat by your torso, so you know it won't feel as secure for the cat. And then same thing, you're gonna go like this and lift. Probably easier on the bed then, if possible. The other thing to do is sometimes I prep the cat as well, that when we're doing petting with treats or the advanced stages of petting without treats, while the cat's eating the treat, I will get the cat used to being pet with 2 hands. That way, like this. 2 hands, right? That way, when you do come into carry, you're going to be touching with 2 hands, and the cat's comfortable with that. Because up until this point, we've only been using 1 hand to touch the cat. And so when you pet with 2 hands to prepare the cat, you first have your hands straight down, right? So your fingers are straight down. And over time, you curl under the belly. And not this short, it's just if I do it under the cat, the cat's going to move, but because it's a toy cat. But you do like a nice long stroke and your fingers start curling under the belly. So it starts like this, and then like this, and then like this. And this is what actually we're doing with Captain, the paralyzed cat, who we are working on expressing. So because you're going to need 2 hands to do this, you can also put the treat on a little saucer or like a plate, so you can spread it out and make it last a little bit longer. So that's other things you can do in parallel to all of the carry work, so that it all just comes together and builds upon each other. And when it is time to carry, it's important that you will try to carry the cat when you're next to a bed or next to a sofa. Now, I don't have one with me in the kitchen here, but imagine if I'm standing, pretend I'm standing, then you're gonna lift the cat, hold, and literally you probably can only hold the cat for a fraction of a second because the cat's gonna wiggle, and then you're going to place the cat down. So you're standing literally right beside the bed or right beside the sofa, and the cat only has like 3 feet, right, for you to place the cat down. And so you could place the cat down quickly, versus if you were doing it in a random place, and to put the cat back down, you have to put the cat back down all the way to the floor. The cat will probably have wriggled out of your arms and like fallen out of your arms before you get to the floor. And since, there's like 5 feet to go instead of just 2 to 3 feet. So just do it by the bed or the sofa, and always put the cat back down. And again, in the beginning, you're only gonna lift the cat and hold the cat for a fraction of a second. So it's gonna be like lift, touch your torso, and then put the cat on the bed. And that's it. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Try to have some dry treats near you, so that you have one nearby, that right after you put the cat down, you can give the cat a dry treat.